My garments once in a field I gave to a pair of carven poles. Heroes they seemed when clothes they had, but the naked man is not.
Hey everyone, it's Jeremy. Welcome back to turn 49 of Aries, where we are playing Utgard. Let's jump into the turn. Gotta put my password in, sorry. Okay, so bunch of stuff happening this turn, bunch of stuff to talk about. I will try to get through it quickly. Okay, so we first have a messenger from Midgard. Moving on Gath, this might be an opportunity to get your capital back. That is very good to know. We have a messenger from Gath. I patrolled out 10 vans at 132, meaning I begin war with Midgard. Guard your throne. Also very good to know. Okay, and we got one blood slave from Gath. And we have a messenger from Atlantis. Hey, since I figure I might have more mage turns than you, I could do some forging at cost so you could have a thug to snipe some provinces when the war breaks out. When the world war breaks out. 10 or so turn, but earlier if Gath put up Gift of Health early. I think I have news for Atlantis, and that news is the war begins now because Midgard and Gath are super in a fight. So, other big thing is we have completed Evocation 7. And we've done Blood Magic 2, on our way to Blood Magic 3. Okay, so, let's take a look at what's going on here. And immediately we can see Midgard has moved on Gath. In multiple locations, Gath is under assault. If he patrolled out in 132, he has also attacked here. He's also attacked here. I don't know if the front is open here. I assume that it would be because Midgard's capital is right here. So when he says, you know, this might be a chance for me to move back to mine, I think that that's unlikely that he's really like, you know, hey, take this opportunity to get your capital back. And more like, hey, if Utgard hits his southern border, then that's forces that I don't have to deal with, which is a smart play. We're going to ignore that. We're going to go for this throne. I know I said I probably didn't want to go for this throne, but we're going to go for this throne, and then we're going to go for Mighty Pillars. So, what are we doing? We are doing 15,000 things. So first and foremost, not foremost, but first we are sneaking these scouts with spare gems and blood slave. Everyone else is moving normally. So, we are taking the whole force. We are leaving nothing behind. And we are doing a bunch of different stuff. The basic structure of our command is this. We have some long dead out front with our giants. We have our Jarls a little closer on fire, basically. We have a line of just basic Huskarls and a double line, actually, of Gaudy Huskarls. In the back, we have a very huge chunk of Gaudy Huskarls, and then we have our mages arrayed thusly. We have this front line is basically Horde of Skeletons casters, scripted to immediately jump into Horde of Skeleton casting. This line is basically alternating. Starting at the first one, and almost every other is set to Communion Master and then immediately start Netherbolt spamming. The plan there is to spam the crap out of Netherbolts in the initial casting while it's just Undead in the fray, because Undead are not affected. And then after that, the Netherbolt spam will probably end, and they'll go about casting other things. All the in-between people are Communion Mastering and casting various buffs, both on themselves for the slaves, but also spamming a whole bunch of like body ethereal, spamming protection, spamming out things like regeneration, etc. Right? And we'll go through a bunch of that stuff here in a second, kind of more piecemeal. In the back with this Gaudy Huskarl, we have our Norna, who is going to be using Howl. And then going through a series of buffs on herself, and then she'll cast whatever the hell she wants to cast. That's fine. She is on conservative gem usage, but I don't trust that. I never trust that, so that's why she's currently carrying enough gems for 2 casts of Howl, and then a third cast and a fourth cast are being carried by the scouts. The 4 werewolf slave group is back here with these gaudy huskarls, and 1 Seath, and her job is basically to try to enlarge these bad boys. So she's going to communion up, and then she's going to spam enlarge to try to hopefully successfully hit them, and in hitting them, increase their health pool, and pretty drastically that increases their survivability. So, and then over in here we have our little corner gambit with Gunloth and Seath 43 and Air Force 1 doing a number of things. So let's jump into some of the more specifics. So Air Force 1 is doing, actually let's try to do it this way. Air Force 1, Gunloth, and what was it? Seath 43. So we have Air Force 1 is doing Wind Guide first and foremost. The reason why we are doing Wind Guide before anything else is it does take 150% casting time, but that means that this should go up after the communions are all up, but before the first nether darts come up. So nether darts are a precision-based attack, so this should be very, very useful in making the aim better, okay? This is also going to help for our Thunderbow guys. It's going to help for all of our javelins, etc. Then we're mist forming just for some protection, and then we're going to gift a flight, hopefully hitting Gunloth. That's why they're off in the corner all by their lonesome. Hopefully that is what's going to happen, fingers crossed. And then it goes into just some basic buff spells. Air Shield, Mirror Image. This guy is set to conservative magic usage, so hopefully that goes well. Gunloth is doing his normal thing: Liquid Body, Quicken Self, Hold, Breath of Winter, Attack Rear. His gear really hasn't changed, but he is the fattest boy in the world now because of his heroic ability. He's so big. He heals for like 24 health per turn. It's crazy. It's so crazy. I love it. And then Seath 43, way down here, she is doing a pretty basic buff cycle in order of priority, mostly. Body Ethereal, Regeneration, Protection, Enlarge. So if we can hit Gunloth with all of these, he's going to be really, really, really strong. If we hit Gunloth with most of these, he's still going to be really strong. It should be fine. So that is what that is. These guys, Jarl 2 and Jarl 3, I actually think I need to change them real quick. So they're on fire. They need to be fire enemy archers is what they need to be on. So fire enemy archers. So they're going to bless themselves because that actually, if they get a kill after blessing, so 1, right, blessing is going to make them take time to cast, and then Wind Guide will be up, so that's a good thing. We want each of their shots, they only get 10 shots, so we want each of their shots to be as high precision as possible, okay? And then they're going to fire archers, and if they are blessed, then when they fire archers, they will actually, if they get a kill, they actually get stronger. So they actually do a little bit more damage. Not very much, but a little bit more. So, one of the reasons why we have them up front is these guys are actually pretty strong. They have very high hit points, pretty high protection. They do have shield. Well, they had shields and then I put a bow on them. Yeah, so they don't have shields anymore, which is fine. That's okay. So they don't have shields, but they do have, like I said, high hit points, decently high protection. It's going to take a lot of shots to actually kill them. And what I'm hoping is I'm hoping, I don't know if this is going to work at all or not, but I'm hoping if he has his, like, for instance, if he has his rangers on fire enemy archers, right, they might interpret my Jarls as enemy archers and thus fire at them. That's why these guys are a little bit ahead. So what else do we have? Let's deselect and let's just go down the list. So we have a crap ton of nether darts. I think we have 9 total nether dart casters, each at 4 apiece. Each nether dart at base is 15 effects, 15 hits for damage 15. It's just one person. It's not like an area of effect, but it does have Feeble Mind area of effect, right? All said and done, not counting the fact that this is all going to be buffed, right? Because this is increased effects for every level of the caster. These guys are going to be higher than just what they are right now, right? This is going to be over 550 darts just from the base nether dart spamming. We're going to like blot out the sun with nether darts. And then we go into a bunch of, like I said, random buffs, Twist Fate, Body Ethereal. We're going to do some Bark Skin Protection spam, Personal Luck, Body Ethereal spam. We're doing Howl, Bark Skin, Personal Regeneration, Body Ethereal on Norna 3. Elemental Fortitude, Protection spam. Personal Regeneration spam. Astral Shield, Body Ethereal spam. Anti-magic actually coming out just in case they have like a bunch of Soul Slay or something like that. I want to kind of try to boost up my magic resistance as much as I can, and then in turn a bunch of Soul Slay spam. And this is specifically like if they have any kitted out individuals that we need to try to target, like maybe they've actually pulled out another vampire or something like that. We're doing a little bit of Soul Slay spam to try to deal with that. Bunch more protection spam, some poison resistance, and this is the enlarged spam on the slaves. This one is the one trying to buff Gunloth, and these are our Horde of Skeletons casters. Okay, so we've got a whole bunch going on here, whole crazy bunch. I do think that this is dicey, right? One, I'm probably going to lose my undead in fights, which means I have less and less and less of a force to deal with. Eventually, we're probably going to get to the point to where we box skirmish just sets of Gaudy Huskarls, but fortunately, we don't have to do that just yet. I am worried that our Seath Konas are vulnerable to Ranger of Olmfire. I don't have time to test the Nether Dart range though, and I want to make sure my guys are in range of or for the nether darts. Now this is going to get buffed to probably at least 40 depending on the way it works, because it says for every extra level the caster is, and in theory, right, you have to be Astral 1, Death 1. That count the nature, right? Or is it just astral and death that it counts? Because these are going to be astral 3, death 3, but they're also going to be nature 3. Is that 4 extra levels, or is that you have to be astral 1 and death 1? So astral 1, death 1, astral 1, death 1. So it's only 2 extra levels, and it doesn't. I don't know how that works, right? So it's going to be either a 40 on the range, or it's going to be so fucking stupid high I could put them anywhere and it doesn't matter. But the point is I want to make sure that the first volleys are good volleys. Therefore, I am being kind of risky, I feel, in my placement of the Seath Konas. They could, if he has like 200 Rangers, they could just volley in and I could lose every fucking Seath Kona I have. Hopefully that doesn't happen. That's real gonna suck. But that is something that we're going to have to keep in mind. And if it happens, it happens. That's a learning experience. So, but that's pretty much it. That's the, we're bringing all our gems. We're bringing all the stuff. We've kitted up to move. We've kitted up to do the things that we do. We're actually still going to be, like, recruiting Seath Konas back here. So if we are successful here and there, great, fantastic. I do not know what we will do then. We're probably going to take Forbidden Fields, probably going to take Greendale, because we were told we could take those. And then, if we still have an army left, oh dear Lord Jesus, I have no idea what's going to happen because the world is now on fire, apparently, which is awesome. So we're probably going to try to set up in Behemoth's Rest and do what we can there. Is he going to have a whole bunch of like large spiders? Does he get nature mages? I don't think he gets nature mages. I think that's the problem. Nature mage, yeah, he's got 1 in 4 chance there. None there. None there. I definitely need, I absolutely need anti-magic up. Because he's absolutely going to soul slay the crap out of me. I all but guarantee it. Okay. This is going to be a fun next turn. We'll see how it goes. I got a bunch of messages to send. I can't just end it like that. Okay, so first off, we're going to send a message to Midgard. We're going to say, thanks for the heads up. Good luck in your endeavors. Just nice, open communication. We're going to send a message to Gath. I'm on it. Good luck in your endeavors. We're going to send a message to Atlantis saying, most of my units are specifically tasked at the moment, so don't worry about making me anything. Take that out. But thank you. Also, Gath and Midgard have just started fighting, so I would keep your eyes peeled. If you find a good opportunity, you might come out on top. Good luck. Good luck. Let me go put a period after the good luck. I don't know why I'm being so picky in these messages. I would probably be less picky if you could actually edit the messages easily. But I think it's the difficulty in editing them that makes me as picky as I am about them. I wish I could just click around in here. Alright, that's sent out, and then we have our normal message to everyone. You know what I'm curious about, though? We are but humble poles, and that's because of this line right here. I'm actually curious about, like, so we've got Lemuria is defeated, right? Midgard eventually won out over them. Ulm is all but defeated. I'm basically all but defeated, realistically. Real talk, right? So it's pretty much Midgard, Gath, and from the talk that I've heard, it's like Atlantis is the third person. I wonder what's going on with Vadheim and with Erythia. Because I haven't heard really, like, crap all from them. You know what? Next turn, I think I might ping Erythia and Vadheim just to kind of, like, see what they're doing. Because if they've been marginalized as well, right? There's maybe the chance that we could, like, form some little coalition. Because we all border, like, I border Midgard here, Vadheim borders Midgard here, Erythia borders Midgard here on the Lemuria territories, but we all also border Gath. Erythia borders Gath here, Vadheim borders Gath here, I think, and then I border Gath, obviously, here. So it's possible, right, that if we hash things out, we might be able to form like a little mini coalition against one of the big guys and try to do something. I don't know that it would necessarily work, but it would be more fun than, you know, each of us dying in detail. So maybe that's the new thing that we try to do, right? Is if we can take Behemoth's Rest and beat Ulm, maybe we try to coalition with Vadheim and Erythia and see if we can't take down one of the bigger players. That'd be pretty interesting. All right, anyways, I think that is it for the turn, and I will see you all next time. Peace.